Anyway, we're going back to the Owen Hart tournament. And I was interested in seeing this. Dustin Rhodes and Powerhouse Hobbs. Again, a veteran in the ring with a younger guy. And that can lead to the younger guy developing and flowering and blossoming and prospering. Except he's got two anchors around his neck. No Function Marshall and Miscellaneous White Girl. And I thought they'd gotten away from that, but apparently maybe QT was just out of town one week. So they had a nice match. Again, Powerhouse got on Dustin early, and Dustin would fight back, but then Hobbs glommed him from behind and posts him, and he got some color, and we go to the break. And when we came back, Dustin was a bloody mess, but he made a comeback and hit a crossroads. And then did you see, I have never seen anybody do the pile driver like Bobby Eaton used to. And Dustin Rhodes did it. And that's not a compliment. Because, well, no, I've said for years, and Bobby said it, the one thing that Bobby Eaton could not do is give a pile driver. No matter how hard he tried, and he had a thing, it was a mental thing, whatever. When he'd have the guy up, when he started to sit down, instead of going flat on his ass, he would bend his right leg back underneath him, and his left leg would be straight out, and the guy'd kind of go down sideways. He'd protect him, but then and it didn't look good. And he didn't know why he did that, and he could not do it. And that's why, except if it was specifically necessary and called for, he never did a pile driver. But Dustin did the pile driver the exactly same way. So I don't know, but anyway, they finally hit another false finish, and then QT got up on the apron, and Dustin nailed him, and then Hobbs squashed Dustin in the corner, hit him with a clothesline and a spine buster, but only got a 1 count. And then Dustin hit the power slam 2 count, and then Hobbs kicked Dustin into the ropes, and that's where QT nailed him. And then Hobbs hit another spine buster, 1, 2, 3. I thought the whole reason for Hobbs versus Dustin was that Hobbs would get a win over a name and a, quality level opponent, but it was just with QT's help. But therefore, Hobbs still wins and advances.
I mean, nice match. Nice to see Dustin out there. If he's going to really be retiring at some point soon, I wish they would do something more with him for whatever time he has left in the ring. Powerhouse Hobbs is being wasted if he's with QT Marshall and whoever this woman they're trying to shove down everyone's throat is.
Miscellaneous White Girl?
QT doesn't work. I mean, it's not just us. It's everyone who's been saying it, and it's been years now at this point. And they still force him on that show for no reason other than the fans don't want to see him. I can't explain any other reason.
Well, no, the reason is because he's a nice guy, and he's helping Tony in the office and carrying papers around. So look at the hometown shit we're seeing, right? Anytime if Tony likes you, if you're in your hometown, or boy, you really deserve to be on this big show. But anyway, at least they're putting Hobbs over.
At least they're putting him over. And, you've been saying it and I hadn't even noticed. The tournament brackets are set up. It's actually Joe and Punk not in the finals.
Well, and I saw that. I misread apparently the brackets that I saw on Twitter because it's so very small. But Joe will meet Punk next week, but that's the semifinal. And this way that gives him so many places to go. Because I don't know that Punk has to win. If they have the right finish, Joe could win. Or Punk could win, and then Joe could cost Punk the tournament against Hobbs, which would then cause Punk and Joe to go off on their own little mission and let Hobbs be the tournament winner and do something from that. There's a number of different things they can do. But at least we're going to get Punk and Joe, which is probably the best ratings draw for the kind of audience that this show is being aimed for to begin with. The people who want to see a slobber knocker, as they say.